Hi there, here I would like to create a simple card with some information as you can see. And for this project, I want to apply some new CSS properties. For now, my style file doesn't have any selectors properties. So let's do it together. First of all, let me run the program and see how it looks like. So first of all, let me arrange the screen like that by 50-50. All right. So the first thing I would like to pay attention on that I don't like the font of the letters. So as you can see, there are strokes like here, here, and here too. So in order to avoid strokes, I have to use another font, right? So let me start. So first of all, I'd like to write body selector. Why exactly body? Because I want to apply my CSS property for fonts just only once. That is, it's gonna work for all the entire page. So font family serif. Serif means that there are strokes. The opposite of serif is sans serif. But let me remind you, which the most popular font do we have? Arial. Like, as for me, Arial and comma sans serif. Why did I write twice? Because it depends on your operating system. If my operating system doesn't support Arial fonts, so it's gonna ignore that and it's gonna work for sans serif. But in my case, it works. So and also it's good to use even three fonts for web page safety. All right. So as you can see, why I arranged my size for two applications because I use live server and I can see modifications at the same time if I do some changes here. So, okay, let's go to the next selector as info. Not actually, I forgot to mention info card. So the card itself, right? So how could I forget that? Okay, so the I would like to mention first of all width. Let's assign width at 370 pixels. So as you can see, it's kind of easier to recognize that it looks like card, right? So next thing is margin. Margin means that there is a space between the object, I mean the card, and the edges of the uh, page. So margin, let's say, is gonna be 20 pixels. So as you can see, it has been displaced, right? So, there are different approaches to illustrate margin. So just by one number like that, even two numbers, three numbers, four number. So 20 pixels, 30 pixels, let's say, 10 pixels and 10 pixels. So let's see how it looks like. So 20 pixels for top, 30 right, 10 bottom, 10 left. It looks like clockwise, right? So if I remove, for example, 10 pixels, the first number is going to represent top, right, left, 10 as bottom. If like that, so then top, bottom, right, left. But if just only one number, so it means it works for all sides, right? So next thing is I would like to include background color. And by the way, for this video, I want to represent my colors here in hexadecimal code. So for this video, I have already chosen the colors for this project as, for example, light gray. So let's apply that. F5, F5, F5. Okay, let's see. Okay, it works. And let's apply padding. Padding means that there is a space between inner part of the card and the edges of the card. Let's say 40 pixels. And also, it works as margin. There are different approaches with amount of numbers. Okay, border radius. Sorry, like that. Let's say border radius should be 20 pixels. It means that our angles become curlier and our angles are not 90 degrees anymore. Okay, so next selector is info card date. And by the way, there is a new tag as span. Span in simple language is not a regular tag because if we apply some CSS properties, span is going to ignore them. So in order to avoid that skip moment, we should display block. And color, let's say, is going to be also I chosen it C2 1717 like this. Let's see. Okay. So next one is info card title. So let's give some importance for our title. Let's say 700. And let's say font size should be 24 pixels. Maybe 30 pixels. Yeah, as you can see, our title cannot be extended in one line because we have already assigned the appropriate width. But let's extend width to maybe 400. So you see it's in one line. Okay, so maybe next selector info card text. What can we do with it? By the way, from the previous video, I will mention that for the current video, I need to mention the new property as line height. So line height, let's say it's going to be 22 pixels. It means that there is a space between lines. Okay. I don't think I need to change the font size, maybe font weight. No, I think it looks good. Okay. And there is one more selector anchor tag. And by the way, it's has the same meaning as span tag. You have to also display block. So I would like to remove the underline by using text decoration none. Also, there is another property as text align. It means I want to displace my link as in the middle, or maybe even on the right side. Depends on your choice. For this video, center. Um, let's say not width, it's kind of earlier. First of all, I'd like to mention the color. For the letters, maybe white. And also the representation of white in hexadecimal is so easy to remember. Just 6 Fs. All right. So color, actually background color, let it be the same as color of the date. Border radius should be, let's say, 60 pixels. Padding, let's say 18 pixels. And width, maybe 200 pixels. Yeah. And by the way, there is a kind of not that uh, good space between text and the link. So let's edit. So for that purpose, I have to use margin bottom. Let's say 20 pixels. Let's see the difference. No difference. Maybe you have to add more, 30 pixels maybe. Yeah. Okay, so that's how it works. Let's open in full screen and see how our card is illustrated. So it looks good. So that's our card. Thank you for attention.